Starting with the latest coming in from West Asia, Israeli military has confirmed that 4 soldiers were killed in a drone strike launched by Hezbollah at a military base near Haifa. The IDF reported that 7 other soldiers sustained severe injuries in the attack, which Hezbollah claims is a response to a recent Israeli airstrike in Lebanon. Rescue teams in Israel report that over 60 people have been injured in the attack. United-Hezbollah, a volunteer rescue service, provided aid to those affected, citing a range of injuries from critical to mild. Now, Hezbollah has also issued a stern warning to Israel, promising more attacks if the strikes in Lebanon continue. They added that the drone strike is a preview of what could come if Israel's actions continue. Meanwhile, the IDF on Sunday claimed that it has destroyed several underground infrastructures of Hezbollah during its operations in southern Lebanon. It also claimed that hundreds of Hezbollah members were killed during these operations. Lebanon's health ministry has said that Israeli strikes across the country on Saturday killed at least 51 people. Lebanon claims over 1,300 have been killed in the Israeli airstrike since it struck the country on September 23rd. Meanwhile, Hezbollah aired an audio recording of slain leader Hassan Nasrallah 2 weeks after he was killed in an Israeli airstrike. Nasrallah was killed in southern Beirut, remember, on September 27th. And then across in Gaza, Israeli airstrikes have reportedly killed at least 15 people, including families who took shelter in a school. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has called for an end to violence in Gaza and Lebanon. In a phone call with the French President Emmanuel Macron, Pezeshkian discussed ways to secure a ceasefire in Lebanon. He also requested Macron to work together with other European nations to stop Israel's offensive against Lebanon and Gaza. And to get us the latest, our correspondent Jody Cohen is joining us live from Ranana. Jody, good to see you. Sunday night saw the largest single mass casualty event on Israel since October 7th last year. How is Israel looking at it?
Hi, Ananya. So Hezbollah fired 2 suicide drones. One was intercepted by Haifa, which is Israel's 3rd largest city. The other hit a military base near Binyamina. The drone killed 4 and injured almost 60. Now, the Iranian-backed Hezbollah, as you said, has said that they would increase their attacks if the fighting continues. And on Monday morning, we've already seen more rockets fired by Hezbollah towards Haifa and the surrounding areas. Now, IDF Chief Herzi Halevi visited the base that was hit. He called the attack serious and said that the training there and the fighting would continue in preparing for upcoming battles. Now, Israel's likely to respond by continuing to target Hezbollah terrorists and infrastructure. Commentators expect that Israel would aim to weaken Hezbollah further before responding to Iran's attack on Israel, which took place earlier this month.
Right, Jody, we're also hearing that the United States is sending its THAAD missile defense system to Israel. I want to ask you, how should one view it in the realm of geopolitics and diplomacy?
So, as you said, they're sending this THAAD missile defense system to Israel, and Washington has said that the deployment underscores the U.S.'s ironclad commitment to Israel's defense and the defense of American citizens in Israel from any further attacks by Iran and Iranian-aligned militias. Now, some commentators are suggesting that this could be a sign that diplomacy is not working. We've seen diplomatic tracks on 3 fronts, with Hamas, with Hezbollah, and with Iran itself. We know that Iran's Shin Bet head just met with his Egyptian counterpart to talk about the talks for the release of the 101 hostages being held in Gaza and for a ceasefire, and there were reportedly no breakthroughs. With Hezbollah over the past year, US envoy Amos Hochstein has been attempting to get Hezbollah to stop firing rockets and to go past the UN-recognized boundary, and after 11 months, Israel went on the offensive to try to push Hezbollah back. Now, with Iran, there have been diplomatic efforts before Iran's first and second direct attacks on Israel to try to avert those attacks. Those obviously failed. Israel gave what was seen as a symbolic response to Iran after the first attack, and now a larger response is expected. Most Israeli commentators suggest that for diplomacy to work, pressure should be applied on Iran and the proxy terror groups to avoid a further escalation.
All right, Jody, thank you so much for all those updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.